Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I have to repair a bison that I carved about 5 years ago. Since we're on the topic of bison, did you know that the American bison was named the national mammal of the United States on May 9th, 2016? The majestic animal joins the ranks of the bald eagle as the official symbol of our country. And much like the eagle, they're a symbol of our American identity and one of the greatest conservation success stories of all time. Let's dig into my bison success story. My name is Jeff Mohr. I'm the North Woods Carver, and thanks for seeing what I saw.
Today's the day, today's the day, today's the day. Today's the day. Today is the day I'm going to start on my bison repairs. I haven't seen this thing in 5 years, literally. The day they picked it up, and when I had to go there to pick it up, so like it's crazy. 5 years. It's always good to look at the pieces that you've done in the past, but it's really good to check your work after 5 years. Well, I guess we'll do that right now.
How exciting is this? I finally get to lay my hands on the bison.
Hallelujah.
Once again, got some cracks to fill, and then once those cracks are filled, we have the interesting problem of trying to match what I did 5 years ago, which I know I just do things a little differently now for a reason, but we're going to try to do the best we can and match this, maybe even make it pop even more. I don't know. Anyway, I named this guy today. We named him Whiskey. So it's going to be fun to just like get in there with like a magnifying glass and just see if we can find little splits. And it's 5 years old and it's been indoors the whole time. So it's amazing that it's only split this little bit. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I have another video on it. It's just a slideshow though. This is going to be the actual full-on video of how I restore this thing or repair it. So maybe you viewers, some of you guys are carvers. Some maybe not, just are interested in seeing this cool carving. But maybe we can learn something together. I haven't got it all figured out, but it's kind of easy when the work's already done and I'm just going to try to do a little repair. So for those of you who have ever carved anything, I don't know how many carvers actually are on this channel or if it's just people that are interested in this kind of thing, but when you're able to bring back a nice piece or any piece really that you've carved, bring it back into the shop. People bring it to you and they trust you to fix it because they are attached to it, right? So if you can fix it and they can't tell the difference between the one they got in the middle or from the very beginning to the one they get back because all the splits are gone and they don't know how you did it, looks like magic. Well, that's a great feeling and that's what I'm going to do here. So this is a great customer. And our mission is to make sure that you cannot see or tell that where any cracks were, just make it look like brand spanking new again. So anyway, we got to get cutting on this and then tons of shims to make. So I'm sure there'll be a hyper fast video about that. And then I've got some other stuff going on. And so stick around and see how this turns out.
Oh, the mighty bison. So look at my wife go. This girl can fly. She's so fast it looks like there's two of them. So we're trying to do the best that we can. I mean, my wife, I'm out in the exterior shop carving. I'm working on a couple other projects, which you will see shortly. Coming up in the next video or two, I'm sure. And then, so I was just popping in on her to make sure, see if she needed any help. Or the only help she really needed sometimes is to reach something because she's sort of
she's vertically challenged a little bit, so I gotta help her out sometimes. But when I get to the low stuff, I mean, she's like right there, boom, boom, boom. She just nails it. For me, that's a problem. Taller, fatter guys just that they don't do well on those lower levels. That is why I own like 3 hydraulic lifts, so I can just take some stuff and lift it up to my comfort zone. So let's look around the shop, shall we? You can see all my archery gear, and of course you see my one and only beautiful wife Pam with a mask on, because the dust is getting pretty nasty in there. And we have the axe man, the wood spirit. I did this for fun, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool piece, but it was in the building, so why not show it? And here she is, putting in each shim. You can kind of get a better perspective of what it is she's doing and how she's doing it. It's not hard. I mean, it's really not. It's just tedious, and you have to do a good job. Otherwise, you're just gonna, as soon as you take those shims off, you're gonna notice there's gonna be little openings. Nothing drives me more crazy than having to re-shim where we shimmed. So she's very careful to make good shims, and also when you pound them in, you don't want to pound them in. Like, you don't want to pound them in too far, because what that does is it creates pressure on those shims, and then it just cracks the wood even more. We don't want to make any more cracks than we need to. I mean, you pound in, like, say you don't make the angle on the wedge just right. If it's a little too abrupt, or if it's too long, you can run into problems. If it's too long and you have too much angle, then you're gonna have that thing where you got a gap on maybe each side or whatever. But if you don't have enough angle, then it's going in there very like blunt force, and it has a tendency to split it. Like if you had a mauling axe and just hit a piece of wood, it's just gonna want to crack it in there, crack the wood up. So yeah, like I said before, remember when I said she was a little bit vertically challenged? Well, I went and got her stool so she can get up on there. But she's very good at this. I can just walk away and know she's going to do a good job. I taught her well. She's just going to wrap this up, and I'm going to come in here and we're going to see what we can saw.
What in the world?
Well, I have come in. I was carving outside, in the outside of the Mojo Dojo. This would be the soft white underbelly.
You can say that again.
To find that my wife has finished shimming the bison. So normally we make our own shims, but somebody gifted us with a huge case of regular shims, and so I'm like, normally I would cut those into like 6 pieces, 5 pieces or whatever, and we just have little shims that we could tap in. It's no big deal. We'll end up doing that anyway. But you can see everywhere that there was a fillable crack. She missed here though. Oh, she missed one here too. Damn, she's in so much trouble.
She sees better than you, old man.
Alright, so
Yeah, and she's better looking
there's an
too.
awful lot of work in shimming these. Some people will just make a long piece and tap it in. You can do it that way, but it's almost better if you have grain. Try to match it, but if it's a clear coated thing. But this is painted, so it won't really matter. Potentially 3 cracks. Potentially 3 cracks that she still has to hit. She's been on this all morning, or it's probably 1:30 now, and she's been on since about 10. Just this little section. She's done about 6 hours of just shimming. And then I gotta come back through and trim all these and match whatever it was I sculpted underneath before, or whatever I carved with my saws. I have to shave those off and then put this, finish on top of the shaved off shim, so that you can't see the breaks in the crack. And then I have to match the paint. which is going to be tricky because I don't know if I said this before. I don't think I have any more of those paints that I had 5 years ago when I did this. So, yeah. Now, when we carved this thing originally, we did a round of shims just before we sealed it and painted it. So, there it is. She'll come back out, finish up those few little cracks. Then the next bit of this you're going to see is me getting my little 140 with my Samurai Legend and just picking off the pieces. And then we'll collect all those pieces and we'll just reuse them. We'll just keep them. Shims are, very valuable around here. So we're just going to shave those off, put everything back in a box, and we'll just reuse them. As you saw in the video, she has a little box full of cutoffs and stuff. And that's what we're going to be using. This is going to create a lot more shims for us to use in the future. So, other than that, I'll see you when she's done. Or you'll see me. Yeah, you'll see. Stick around.
Well, let's pitter patter and get at her, folks. This is my handy dandy little 70C. I thought I was going to be using my 140, but it looks like the 70C I'm using here. It's a wonderful little saw, man. If you haven't tried one, go out and give one a quick finger, a quick trigger, oh boy. I'm just gonna keep getting myself deeper and deeper here. Then I'm going over everything with my little finger sander, little band file, whatever you want to call it, and then we're going to hit all those places that I turned blonde just because I took the paint off, and I'm just going to do the undercoat, and then I'm going to get my, start blending my colors and just trying to see if I still got it, and apparently I still got it, so that's a good thing, or at least I have it. I have what I had then, but still now. I mean, the paints, some of them. So that's a good thing. And whatever I didn't, I just blended a couple of different things together and just kind of, worked it in, and it all worked out, thankfully. But I just love the way the paint job turned out on the first go around. And as you can see, I'm just gonna put a little bit more depth into that front fur on the shoulder there. And then we're doing the base, of course. You got to do the base because anywhere where there was a shim, there has to be more work. It's like, it's easy, but it's not. You have to know what you're doing. It's not a lot of hard labor, but there is a technique, and if you don't know it, you're gonna struggle. And just the only way I could say to get through with it is to just go get some paint and carve something and try it. As you can see, like if you look through the body, there's different tonalities to the, like the monochromatic thing going on there, where there's darks. Oh, guess what? That's one of the cracks that I noticed. I'm just using the finger sander to dial that one in, retexture everything, and boom, 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 just that fast, just that simple. But was it simple? Really? I don't know. Maybe it was. So now that the paint is completed, I am now putting on a sealer that's kind of like a clear coat. It's pretty cool, and now we're just going to get ready for the final hero shots.
Dude, what grade are you in?
I think we're done. Well. I declare we are definitely done with this carving. Oh, we were done a long time.